Alright, that looks stable. Welcome everyone to Sound Goblin Gaming plays stuff on Thursdays, this time Dream Tactics, and I'm person playing Vincent.
I am the Krampus.
I am a Shiv.
I am Hunter Green, back after a 2-week hiatus.
And I'm Vincent. So, I think I realized last time I do stuff between streams but don't actually explain what the fuck I did, to these characters, so I figured I should actually go over it briefly. So, Neru I reworked a little. I put the Curse Mirror on her, so all debuffs she inflicts on enemies are given to her. Also...
I assume you then have the do not put, or do not care about buffs and whatnot?
Correct, we do have the Insignia of Indifference, so I don't care about the buffs or debuffs.
Yep.
But furthermore, we also have the Tome of Curses, which is 10% in for each debuff on the unit, and the demon dice, so she just throws random debuffs whenever she attacks. Something else that was happening last week that I didn't explain in any way is she has Death's Robes equipped, which is when she heals another unit, the amount healed is dealt to all enemies. This apparently applies to the heal over time card as well.
From the little,
from
regen card, yeah.
Yeah. I also gave her the the Shadow's Blindfold, the one that destroys the dex stat. Yeah, the no dex, but instead you use Agi. And as you see, her Agi is her highest stat because it uses because Agi uses all the blue stuff, so you can actually
I want to make note of something.
Huh.
Twitch has alerted me since I've opened up the channel to watch chat
Mm-hmm.
that rewards have been enabled on our channel.
Yeah.
And for people to get these rewards, they only have to subscribe. Oh. Thanks, Twitch, for enabling that on channels that can't get subscription.
Well, if it's the thought that counts or something.
I think that's the lack of thought. Also, I just now noticed this, and I should have a while ago. One of our characters' name is Neru.
Yeah.
Neru is the Japanese term of to sleep.
Yeah, that makes sense. I figured it was something. But the only thing I can think of that was remotely close was Nemo, and it's like it still doesn't translate very well.
No.
But yeah.
Like, Luna, I would think would be a reference to the moon, also a nighttime
She's a
/ sleep thing.
Also, she's a rabbit.
Rabbit from the moon, okay, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I ain't got shit for Sophie.
Sophie's just a berserker.
No, none of those names necessarily bring any type of sleep or dream related to me.
No. Sarah is the weird one because that does seem like it's actually a reference to something simply because it's non-traditionally
A
spelled.
reference to Michael Sarah?
Sure. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's an actor.
Agent Screen. Michael Cera.
Yeah.
He was Scott Pilgrim.
Let's see. What else is interesting? Decided to put that on you because it might as well go on someone. You were working pretty much the same as you always have been.
Google, you are failing me.
Oh yes, that's right. So I've also tried to make Hiltless work with Sarah, and if this fails, we'll probably quit out the encounter or unequip it and retry. But
The range roll what was that? +1 range roll cards. Take 25% of health every time they do
well, take 25% of health as
Magic
damage, so it is mitigated by the resistance, which is why I've actually pumped up her resistance more than a bit.
Okay.
It's not an amazingly high resistance, so I don't know exactly how much that's going to reduce it, because 25 is a bit much. But this is the character that can put, healing on her attacks. So.
Yeah.
Alright.
And just get lifesteal.
Yeah.
Well, something else I can tell everyone. The wiki for this game is trash.
Well, yeah.
Yes, we discovered that earlier.
Yep. me in.
Online information in general for this game is non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna see if the wiki had any commentary about the names being references to different things.
Yep.
But every character's thing is, this is an ally in the game.
Oh, yes.
Like, thank you.
Yep. Alright, so to go over the plot that happened when Hunter left. So when we last left off, we had joined the cult ostensibly in order to try and get closer to the Dream Fragment. We did a few tasks for the cult up until the point where the Taskmaster decided that her next task was washing the dishes, and Nero had enough of it, so he just killed everyone. Then we wandered off, found Sarah, who is a nightmare, or usually a little bit off in one way or another, but that's a different matter entirely. Managed to befriend her, and her family, who consists of Rosie, Jacob, and Tulip. They're all flowers. Rosie, notably, is a very overgrown rose, and by very overgrown, I mean, you see all these roots all over the place around here? Yeah, that's all Rosie.
Oh, wow.
The cult refers to her as the Encroacher.
That's fair.
And furthermore, we agreed to help feed Rosie. So we got a new action button.
Yep.
Ooh. That sure is an equipment that exists. Statue of Eve. Oh, fucking finally.
Like, star?
Yes, it flicks star. Minus 20% resistance stacks up to twice. Yeah, no, this is like one of her basic attacks that you get very early on, and yeah, it's been a while. Okay, it is especially funny, though not particularly good, when you use Dusk. Because this range is infinite on this. It will absolutely hit somebody on the entire board if you've just put Drowsy on everyone.
That sounds pretty goddamn good.
Remember, that is her version of Blizzard. Yep. Fire, lots of fire.
Fire! Fire hot!
Well, that should be fine. Don't know if we have Flourish. Well, okay. Well, that solves that problem.
I left their bowl of red soup.
Rude. Also rude.
Ah, moonlight.
Moonlight.
I feel like a lot of these puppets deserve it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They are definitely not convincing me that they don't deserve to be fed.
Like, not once books in Braille, Pello, isn't puppets, Pello. Once books in Braille, Pello is fine. You should read a picture book, asshole, though.
Yeah.
Gluttony.
Fertilizer.
Which now affects both. I think that was... No. Right? Yeah, that one.
Basically letting you have allies walk through it to gain stacks.
No, it's slightly different. It makes it so you take more damage from brambles, which enemies don't have, so it actually is not a much of a debuff. But what happens is, like, for each affected person, she gains 1 stack of this, so it's more people that can be affected to give.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could basically have allies walk into it to get stacks on her.
Shinai. Another Shinai. Have to be consistent. 13 and 223s.
Question: have any of you been following the Next Fest stuff at all?
A little bit. Looked at a couple games. Didn't really see anything I was spectacularly excited about.
I saw one that actually got my interest. I know that a lot of us are fans of Vampire Survivors. There is a game that was released for it, the demo's out, that is a first-person, like, Doom-like shooter in the Vampire Survivor style game called Bloodshed. It is very clearly a little early in its development. It does not quite have the number of enemies, and that might be a limitation on the development itself. It might be a intentional choice to make it more manageable. But other than that, it's pretty good.
The only thing I can think of in my head when you said bloodshed was like, I'm gonna take him out back to the bloodshed.
I'm not Fluttershy. Stay out of her shed.
I'll take you to the shed, Senator.
The bloodshed. Dun 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 dun.
No, that's fair. But yeah, no, most of the games I've seen for it have not really wowed me at all. Not just in their execution, but in their concept. But I was watching another streamer go through some of the demos, and he got to that one, and he put about maybe 10-15 minutes into it. And he felt it was a little slow, and I agree with him on that. But the gameplay was solid. Like, it was very clear, like, this concept could work very well. The developer knows how to deliver on the concept. It just needs a little more refinement to make it a more interesting overall experience. And I could find myself getting lost in playing it more than Vampire Survivors, because I really don't like that top-down mass enemies coming from the side, almost twin-stick shooter style game. But I like old-school Doom-style FPS. Also, it gives you a shotgun. Always a plus in my book.
I mean, most shooters give you a shotgun.
I mean, I like most shooters. I'll be right back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
He's gonna steal that peach.
Carrot. It's a carrot.
There's a peach. I know a peach when I see one.
Are you one of the blind pillows? It's cool if you are. You can trust us.
I'm sorry, it looks like a peach to me. My monitor's also at a slightly odd angle. I need to adjust that.
Ah. I'm not sure how turning a carrot sideways makes it look like a peach, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, he's going for a kill shot.
With a carrot?
Yeah, turn the carrot sideways. Going for a kill shot.
I'll be honest, I'm only half paying attention to what's on screen right now. It's a thing for me watching tactics RPG. That's a fucking peach. Carrots aren't round. Anyways, but like combat and tactics style games like this, just my brain shuts off.
Fair enough. Speaking of stream-related news, though, did you see the announcement today about Control?
No.
They released the info about the multiplayer game that they're releasing.
Huh?
I didn't know they were releasing a multiplayer game. That's kind of neat.
They've been working on it for a while under the code name of Project Condor. But it has been officially revealed as Control Firebreak, or FBC Firebreak. It is a 3-person multiplayer game where you play as agents of the Bureau who are sent in to AWEs and containment breaches to secure items and fight off whatever monsters you need. The catch
is this PvE or PvP?
this is PvE.
Ooh, okay, you've got my interest.
You don't have the gun. You're not the director.
I was gonna say you're not the director.
So-
I wouldn't expect that.
So in its place, you get to carry certain artifacts from the Bureau into battle. The thing is, the artifacts aren't, like, tamed or anything. You just have them in a box. The director who was talking about the project said, it's kind of like bringing a live jaguar in a box. You open the box with the egg and the lid, facing your enemies, and you hope the jaguar eats them and not you.
That's fair. To be fair, I always pray that the jaguar is going to eat my enemies and not me. So far, I have not been eaten by a jaguar.
You often encounter jaguars?
No, what? Why would you ask that? Just a silly question.
Seems concerned.
Hold on, let me get a box. Be right back.
Yeah, so we got that announcement. It is coming sometime in 2025. It will also be a Game Pass game.
Nice. Might actually be a reason to get Game Pass again.
And they said, no, this is not Control 2, though it will be in the Control universe, and we will put our usual, polish on it thereof. We are still working on actual Control 2. This is just a side project.
I am hoping we get more lore for just stuff in that universe, but none of it being mandatory for the main plot of Control 2.
Man.
Can you tell your lungs to stop messing with you?
Remove my lungs here soon. You
I
don't need
don't
lungs,
reckon.
right?
You do need lungs.
Do you know?
Yes.
A couple other announcements from today. This wasn't like an event or anything, just a lot of people announced shit today.
Yeah, no, I kind of noticed that actually. What else got announced?
So Subnautica 2 got announced.
Yep, that was one of the ones I knew about.
The release date for Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza has been moved up.
A week specifically, so it doesn't conflict with Monster Hunter Wilds.
Mhm.
They even specifically announced so that you could have a week to play it without having to stress out about playing a different game.
Bloober Team unfortunately announced it didn't release Silent Hill and then disappear into the ether. And they are in fact doing another original game.
Here's the thing. They've had one really good original game. They had a bunch of really bad original games. And then they had the Silent Hill 1 remake. This new game is going to be absolute trash because they just had a good game.
The Silent Hill 2 remake.
What did I say?
The Hill 1
Silent
remake.
Hill 1.
Oh, sorry, that's what everyone was hoping on the thing. Yes, a Silent Hill 2 remake. But no, like, realistically, if we follow a trend, this next game is gonna suck. But hey, who knows? Maybe they will not be a trendsetter. Maybe they have learned their lessons from their mediocre shit games, and now that they actually had a budget to make a good game, and have made money off that good game selling very well, they can actually make a better game. I'm allowed to dream. I said it like I'd even played. I haven't played any of their fucking games.
It's fine, you're not missing anything.
It's more of, I watch a number of streamers that play horror games, and I want them to play a good game. Because they're gonna play it. Does that seem fair?
That's fair. Yeah, I was looking for the article. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was the entirety of what I was saying. Another carrying case.
Yay!
Yay!
Leon would be so happy. He has more room
I was
for
looking
stuff
for the
now.
article where they talked about it, and the lead of the game for Firebreak basically said this will be impactful to the lore, but it's not going to be like Control 2 impactful.
It's not going to be a Kingdom Hearts game impactful.
Well, varying levels of Kingdom Hearts impactful.
Every single Kingdom Hearts game has had something that has been crucial to the plot moving forward.
It could be Melody of Memory.
Had something crucial to the plot moving forward.
It had one thing crucial to the plot at the very end of it.
One thing that we are aware of. Lord knows what other hidden shit's in there.
Not
It
much,
won't
because
make
there's
any-
very little actual new content in that game.
I'm aware. But Lord knows what other thing that we've been shown from before that didn't have proper context will become important in Kingdom Hearts 4 and will only make sense in its context because of how it is shown in Melody of Memories. Or Memory of Melody. Whatever. Mom.
Let's say there's like 5 minutes
Sora's
of new
mom!
content in that game.
Sora's mom confirmed. Anyways, but yeah. Like, the games I least expected to have any pertinent information for that universe ended up being one of the most key entries in the series for understanding the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Which one?
Mobile games.
I don't know if mobile games require that much knowledge to understand the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3.
They make the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 make a hell of a lot more sense than it does otherwise. I mean, you literally have characters show up in the ending scene, which you have never seen before, unless you played the mobile games.
You have, but you don't really need context for those characters at that point if you haven't played the games. It just looks like, oh, here's the next set of villains. Obviously, there's more than that if you have, seen the information from the mobile games or watched the, videos and whatnot. But You can at least get by without that information.
That and the whole assistance from the other world or whatever it is, however they officially want to label it, that is riding the massive wave of Keyblades part. And why all those names pop up.
The Keyblade Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Keyblade Storm.
Like, it's really neat. If you do not know a thing about the mobile games, it makes no sense whatsoever. And the video they give you in the collection does not give enough information to explain what's going on with that. I watched a lore video on YouTube afterwards to see what I was missing, and there's a lot.
Oh, well, that's because there's a ridiculous amount of lore.
Uh-huh. It makes a hell of a lot more sense than what we got. Or it makes a hell of a lot more sense of what we got.
There are things that knowing outside, like the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 is one thing where you can kind of just accept, like, okay, this is the next set of villains. Clearly they have some sort of plan going on. Not having context for that is going to end the world because there's going to be future games involving them.
Yep.
Explaining why there's 13 Xehanort without outside context is non-existent. Council of Xehanorts makes little sense without any extra information to explain how or why this is possibly a thing.
Yep. The whole thing with Chirithy and Ventus makes no sense without the mobile game knowledge.
I'm sure he doesn't go anywhere outside the mobile game, so. Or is
incorrect. He's in 3.
He's in 3, but like prior to that point, entirely mobile.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's like there's just so much stuff in 3 that's like, if you do not know stuff about the mobile games, no, you're just lost. So hopefully, hopefully whatever this multiplayer game ends up being does not have that level of you need to play this to understand something.
Who knows, Nomura involved?
The name. Also, no, not a Japanese company, so probably not.
Leave Square Enix, join them, then we're going to be fine.
He's never going to leave Square Enix, not as long as they allow him to make Kingdom Hearts games.
I mean, he's certainly not going to leave till he finishes 13 verses. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 4 plus.
I was going to say that.
I mean, 13 verses.
Oh god, it's going... Oh my god, the 13 was there the entire time!
Organization 13 verses.
I hate that you've said that.
So my favorite thing in, like, the whole 3 ending stuff, secret anything, is the fact that you just did a shot-for-shot remake of the versus trailer, but in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
It is either going to end up being the most meta thing he could, most like meme meta thing he could do, or it is quite literally he is just making the game he wanted to make versus 13, but putting it in Kingdom Hearts.
You know what I'm honestly
And at this
hoping?
point, I'm fine either way.
You know what I'm honestly hoping but not expecting?
Hmm.
I hope in Kingdom Hearts 4 there's absolutely zero Verum Rex. That is all just a red herring to fuck with people. Like, obviously, it's still gonna have the Sora in the world of fiction, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But just like no sign of Verum Rex, none of that stuff. Just to have nah, I was fucking. You people keep coming up with these wild-ass theories about the shit that you do in these ending videos. I wanted you to be as far off the base as possible. That being said, the gameplay they have shown for what's complete in Kingdom Hearts 4 looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great.
It looks like an improved version of the combat in 3, which... The combat in 3 was so good. Like, granted, it's not that old, but I've gone back and played some of the other Kingdom Hearts games, and their combat's not great. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 is like, it's just real solid. Feels responsive. It feels like you have a lot of different options on how to handle combat. How to handle combat. And it feels like, while I can't say that there is no wrong answer to a fight, there are very few wrong answers to fights.
I mean, the right answer is to always hit people with a pirate ship.
Yes. That would probably be the only thing I'd want removed from that. Not the overall access to such a thing, but make it less of a common thing.
Yeah, I mean,
So that feels more special when it pops up.
Part of the combat, the reason why we got like the whole like extra attacks and that kind of thing, is because people complained about the reaction command stuff. Which is why there's no reaction commands in 3.
Yep. There are a few, but they're very rare, and they're to very specific battles.
It's like, I do like the keeping of the like basic thing they did with the 2.8
1.8.
the fragmentary passage,
Yes.
the Aqua story, where you basically like, as you use your abilities, they automatically upgrade to the next one, like next level up in that chain.
Yep.
Like, that's just a nice system. I would say Kingdom Hearts 2 combat's mostly fine. Kingdom Hearts 1 combat.
Oh, it's
definitely
clunky
shows
as
its
fuck.
age.
Kingdom Hearts 2 shows its cracks when you try to do anything other than melee stuff. If you were trying to mix in magic, or if you're not relying on triangle commands for some of the things, it doesn't do as well.
Well, it really wants you to do the triangle reaction. So that's just kind of the way that system was built. And really, you don't weave together magic and melee.
No.
But I still think, like, 2's combat is fine. 1's combat that 100% shows its age.
Interesting enough, the one that I think holds up the best outside of, obviously, 3, is Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, Birth by Sleep is fine. Dream Drop Distance, which you can actually see the game, is fine as well. Like, Dream Drop Distance, playing on the
3DS.
3D or on the 3DS is absolute garbage. Like, the camera, like, that game has a lot of movement to it, and the camera moves so much.
Uh-huh.
And the screen is so small. Like, I got past, like, one world and was like, I can't do this anymore.
I can't remember what my issues with it were, but I remember I had some issues with was it called Slipstream? Flow motion. Some of the flow motion attacks I had problems executing properly, even on the console version. That and one levels I really disliked, but
Which one?
I don't remember. Like, that's the thing, is I remember that there was one level that I just did not like.
I don't remember the levels that are actually in the game.
There is the... whatever the Pinocchio theme park one was. I don't remember its name. There was...
Was a Pinocchio level in that game?
Mm-hmm. There was Traverse Town. But that was done with the World Ends With You characters.
Are you talking from the first game?
No, from Great Prop Distal.
Grim Drop.
Oh,
There was a Three Musketeers level.
I remember Three Musketeers. I remember the City of the Cultures.
There was a Tron level.
There's a Tron level. Traverse Town, the world never was. God.
yes, there was God.
Never really certain if he's actually God or just an angel.
Who, Joseph?
Mm-hmm. Or
Yeah,
no,
Joseph-
not Joseph, Joshua.
Or Joshua, yeah. Joshua's God.
So lore in Neo 20 puts that mildly into question. He might not specifically be God. He might be just like a high angel. Which, by the way, really good game. I like the story almost as much as I like the original story. It does, however, expect you to not have only played the original, but to have played the re-release of the original with the added content.
Yeah, with the New Day.
Yeah, that is actually very important story stuff for the new one. Which I still need to play at some point. I have it on the Switch, just its motion controls are bad. And while I have a stylus for it, I don't play many games in handheld mode.
No, that game was, at least the first one was like perfect made for the DS.
Mm-hmm. It is one of the few games I think does an excellent job of utilizing the touchscreen as a control system.
I mean, that was basically the game was designed around.
Yep. Yeah, there are plenty of games that are designed around that I think
Yeah,
do
but it was
terribly.
done, like it was designed around it very, very well.
Yeah. Like, it's interesting that the harder part to really get right, like when you're playing it, is the actual button controls.
Yeah, because you're basically doing a combination of you're the whole time doing a combination of upper screen and bottom screen combat.
Yep.
With all touchscreen controls on the bottom screen and all button controls on the top screen.
Yep. And the auto mode, while effective for the top screen,
Not as good as actually controlling it.
yeah. Neo 12, much like the original, also has an amazing soundtrack. It has a few remixes from the original, and it's got a lot of its own stuff. And, oh man, just absolutely amazing.
Yep.
I'd say almost all the new characters I actually liked more than the characters in the original. And they bring back a substantial amount of the cast of the original. Even if most of it's cameos. They are still involved.
Let's see. Huh. Okay, so that one's interesting. Alright. Don't think we got any new cards. No. Okay. There it is. Oh, right, that one. Doubles the length of status effects.
Oh, nice. Does that also double the length of time bad status effects are on us?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Not too surprising.
I've been browsing through Steam games and the Steam Next Fest. Came across the name of one. Some heroines climb up a tower to ask God why the game has named it so.
Fair. Sometimes you just gotta ask God what's up with his naming scheme.
Arson.
Arson!
Good stuff.
Yeah. The cool crime of arson.
The straight up card draws.
Yep.
Ah, Pot of Desire. Slightly less punishing in that you're not sacrificing 10 cards for the ability to draw 2.
Well, those 10 cards are from your deck for Pot of Desire.
Yes. Can I just say it's wild that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a whacked out game that the ability to draw 2 cards is so valuable that permanently banishing 10 cards from your deck still will win you the game 9 times out of 10.
I don't know many card games that allow you to win turn 1 before the other player gets a turn.
Look, Rocket Knife Fight, the card game.
I do not play this game myself, but I watch a couple of different YouTubers play it, and that game is wild.
It's a lot of fire.
There's a lot of
There's a
fun.
lot of fun.
And now it's all reset. Okay. No, that. All right, so back over here.
Yeah, no, that topic came up recently in the discussion of why I prefer Magic the Gathering over Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like in Magic the Gathering, I'm almost always guaranteed to get my first turn.
Yeah, Magic has an innate sort of gating mechanic when it comes to mana.
Yep.
Not to say that there aren't ways around that.
You
Right.
have to spend a lot of money or have exceptional luck to pull off a I get to kill you before you get your first turn deck. It is exceptionally tough to do it. It's possible, not likely. And if I ever played with someone who used that deck, I'd never play with them again.
I mean, I would imagine the most first turn win decks probably aren't
They
legal
aren't
anymore
tournament-
in anything besides Legacy.
He's like, they are not tournament legal. Almost all of them have cards that are banned even in Legacy.
None. So Vintage doesn't ban cards; it just restricts them. But them being restricted generally means you can't get a reliable turn 1 win.
Yeah. Good enough in that case. But yeah, no, it's like, it's the reason why you generally don't see quick win decks in Magic Tournament.
Are decks 60 or 40 in Magic?
60.
60.
60.
Okay.
60, 4 ofs.
Yep. Unless it specifically says that it is a... I think unique is the word they use for it.
No. There's...
I could
No.
have sworn that there were cards that you could only have one of them in your deck.
No.
Legendaries don't have that anymore?
Nope.
No, legendaries
that
don't
for
have that by
decades.
default.
Okay,
I'm
guess that's
googling
what-
it because I remember.
No,
that
I'm
being a thing.
guessing what this is a free parking situation where everybody, when they were like 10 and playing this on the playground, thought you could only have one legendary, but it was never the case.
Yeah.
No, that was actually a rule for Magic, that you can only have one legendary for a while for reasons. It wasn't like a rule initially built into legendaries. They were just restricted for no fucking reason.
Oh, okay, they were on restricted lists.
Well, Legend used to kill each other, but
They do that too.
oh,
But,
they still do that actually.
well, okay. They've gone through 3 iterations of how that works, but that's a different matter entirely.
Yeah, there is a restricted list, which you can only have one of in your deck, but Vintage is the only thing that actually is in the restricted list.
Oh, okay. That must be what I was thinking of then.
But there's nothing inherently built into cards that says you can have one of. There are cards that say you can play with as many copies as you like, but those are...
And Commander is all one-ofs.
Yeah.
I
Commander's
must be
all ones.
conflating with another card game I played around the same time then.
Hearthstone. That'd be the only one I can think of that has a unique restriction.
So when I'm referring to card games, I'm referring to
The initial boom of card games that have a
Uh-huh.
billion different... Yeah, okay, yeah.
the one I'm actually thinking of is probably Star Wars, like the first Star Wars CCG they did by Decipher. Because that one I do know had that, because that was a thing with Vader. Like, not only were you only allowed to have one of that type of Vader card, you could only have one Vader card in your deck. Same thing with Luke Skywalker. Not all of the major characters had that, but I think all of the major Jedi characters had that. Because I remember Leia did not. Which wasn't surprising, no one used Leia anyways. Her card was kind of shit.
This is the only battle I believe that has priest pillows. Stay still and heal from afar.
Chewbacca had that as well.
Chewbacca had stay still and heal from afar?
Yes. No, Chewbacca was another one who was, you were only allowed one Chewbacca in your deck.
Oh, that makes sense.
Look, you don't remember when Chewbacca stood in the middle of gunfire and repeatedly healed himself to take shots?
Okay, you say that. 3PO, if I remember correctly, had a fucking healing effect.
You don't remember when he activated his healing and healed his way through?
Oh no, it was R2
on him.
R2D2 has a healing effect for mechanicals.
Activated his cooldown.
Well, you see, the moon dropped on him. About that time, Chewbacca was in a party.
Why do you remind me every goddamn time?
They had a level 3 limit break, so he just popped that because he's a tank.
I wish. Fuck you, Ari Salvatore. Thank you. Thankfully, your work is no longer canon. I remember a discussion I had with someone where we were talking about which authors we'd want to be able to write in the new canon that had written in the previous stuff. And one of the guys said, anyone but Ari Salvatore. Which I disagree with. There are a few people I would still say, please no. Barbara Hamley, I think was her name. She's the one who tried to write love stories in a Star Wars setting.
I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with that.
They are when you give Luke Skywalker a love interest who is a spirit that is inhabiting the comatose body of his student. Who is also like 10, 15 years younger than him.
Yeah, see, the problem isn't the love story in and of itself.
No, it was her writing was bad. Because we've had another love story that was written that was really good. The Courtship of Princess Leia. Excellent fucking book.
Okay, it was just that check.
Was it a fantastic chest ahead? I'm sorry, amazing chest ahead? Or is it no, because we're not in a Souls game?
You're not in a Souls game.
There are souls, but we're not in a Souls game.
Oh, right. Wish I'd remembered. I thought of a really good name for the region for the next Pokemon game we're playing. And I've forgotten it.
What?
I had thought of a really good name for the region that we were going to go to for the next Pokemon game. But I don't remember what it was.
You know what the next region is yet?
No, like we were making up a name for that region.
Yeah, we went to the Lands Between region for Elden.
Yes.
Ah. Oh, our fake region. Okay.
Yes. I thought of a really good one, but I've forgotten it.
Technically, I think we're just going to Shibuya, but
Oh, the quarantine region. That's what I was going to call it.
it
The
is-
angelic quarantine region.
It is a corn.
Yep. And is it Shibuya? I thought it was Shinjuku.
Might be inside the Yamanote line.
Yep. It's the land of fiction region.
It is, in fact, the land of fiction.
Oh no, more things to kill.
What a shame. Which does bring up a question. Do we plan on doing that one as a one-off game, or will we plan on doing the sequel as well?
We'll probably do the sequel as well, but not immediately after.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I figure if we do one, we'll do both. We just won't. We'll do something in between, basically.
That's fair. They are barely connected. From what I remember. They might actually not be connected.
I don't think they're connected. Besides, like maybe references.
Yeah.
Like they're not plot connected.
No.
It's also hard to be plot connected to a game that has like 5 endings.
I mean, games that have multiple endings, they
You
just pick a
pick one
canon
that's
one.
canon, but
Yeah. It's like technically there is a canon protagonist for Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla. And people are butthurt over which one it is. Which, yeah, fuck them.
hey, why would it matter for Odyssey?
The canon ancestor is Cassandra, because it gets brought up in Valhalla. And they have stated that the female, God, what's that character's name? Ihor or something like that? Ahor? That the female one is the canon one for Valhalla. Which I don't know if Mirage deals with that at all. It deals with a character who's in Valhalla. The main playable character of Mirage is a character that's in Valhalla.
Now this is turning into a horrible mosh in the middle.
Yep.
That's the best way to deal with a horrible mosh.
Sure, more things.
No matter how many pillows they send at us, they're just pillows.
You say just pillows, and I feel like that's letting your guard down. Just asking for a pillow to stab you with their sharp corners, I guess?
I've seen the Monty Python sketch. I know how this goes.
I think I'm more upset that I don't know what Monty Python sketch you're referring to.
The Spanish Inquisition.
Oh,
Get the comfy pillow.
I must be remembering a different version of that, because it was not the comfy pillow in that one, but the comfy chair.
Or no,
Well,
once they get in the
pillow.
comfy...
Huh.
Once they
Comfy
get
pillow.
her in the comfy chair, they get the comfy pillow and they push all the stuffing to one end.
Oh.
Ah.
Alright, you guys. Right. suppose that's one way of dealing with bombs.
Look, any bomb you can walk away from.
Ah, so close. Stand alone. Let someone finish you off, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
There we go.
Level 30. Level 31.
Yep.
Oh.
That's okay, no one does. Dream Fragment.
A second Dream Frag.
Yep.
I don't know. This looks like the gaping mouth of a plant that wants to devour.
I'm sure it's fine.
Are you sure we should go inside?
What's the worst that could happen?
Feed me now.
That sounds trustworthy to me.
Battle Coliseum.
That sounds like a place where nothing bad could possibly happen.
Who knows?
The Shadow? Oh wait, no, that's what evil lurks in the heart of men.
Alright. Ah, we missed a chest.
And
Missed
a barrel.
chest, missed a barrel.
Yeah. Well, that explains it. The
I
cactus.
got this. It gains 1 thorns every turn.
I think it was-
Yeah. Which keeps the thorns up on her. And there's ostensibly a barrel somewhere in here, but we're not going to worry about that for now. Yeah, okay. Right. So, where to next? We have the choice between the Coral Oasis and the Kingdom of Grandia.
Hmm.
I vote for Thief.
So, the Kingdom of Grandia.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Alright.
Rampant
I was going to base my
Thievery.
decision off of our bottomless darkness joke at Olive Garden. Let's go into the Coral Kingdom. But I see she's played Deception before.
Is that the one where the people mutate into the monsters?
No,
Draining
that's
the
the one where
blood?
you build Rube Goldberg traps inside of your mansion and catch people in them.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of Deceive. That's what it is. It's like, I know there's one of those, was it Social Deduction, I think is the genre? Games? Where people turn, like, some of the people turn into monsters after drinking enough blood. While the other survivors are trying to make it to an escape capsule at the end. That's Deceive. It's a pretty fun one.
Huh. When you take physical damage, deal magic damage to everyone around you that's 25% stronger.
Nice.
Did we give our dream chart to someone?
Oh, yeah, we should probably do that. Sure. She won't be with us for much longer. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
throw it
long.
on Sarah until we replace her with Thief.
Yeah.
She gets an ultimate card.
Yep, she gets clone. Yep. This is less important, actually. Okay. Yeah, just pretty scuzzy. Okay.
What's the consequence if we don't give him the buttons? Is it just a "but thou must" kind of thing, or?
I don't remember.
Ah, okay, it's a "but thou must."
You said but.
Hey, obtain the royal invitation.
Yep.
Sorry, I've come down with a case of speedwagon disease. I'm forced to state the obvious of everything that's happening on screen.
That's fair.
Your invitation's getting inspected.
Yep.
I promise I'll stop now.
Not sure I want the Speedwagon to not be a Speedwagon.
All right, 100 buttons well spent.
Yep. Bombs. Garbage taggers.
Huh.
Saying actually appropriate to where we are.
Feels like one of those, well, it had to happen eventually.
Mostly yes. Alright. Now we've solved that problem through good old-fashioned violence.
It is how we solve pretty much all our problems.
How else are you supposed to solve problems?
Oh no, she can initiate combat anywhere she wants. That's right, none of you other pillows saw anything. Just go about your business. Or if he tries to assign us dishes. We are also done if he tries to assign us dish duty.
We have to draw a line somewhere. Rabbit's foot.
Rabbit's foot.
Okay, it's just plain plus 40% luck. This costs 0.
Yep. Oh, okay.
It only lasts for 1 turn. Unless it doesn't. Ta-da.
Man, those newfangled Roombas are really out of control.
Draw a rare card.
Oh. Nice.
Now let's go back through it. Running shoes.
Interesting. So they deal 50% more damage and magic instead of physical.
Yep. $32. Barrier key.
There.
Oh,
Ah.
plus 2 defense, plus 2 resist.
That's interesting.
It averages them out.
Why not plus 4 defense or plus 4 resist instead?
So that would be the exact same.
Correct. Change nothing. A heartwood bow.
One shot now scales HP and so strength with 30% of value.
Unfortunately, isn't her strength like half her health? So
It's not quite that high because of how I moved around equipment.
Like, wasn't her strength like a 95?
Oh no, it's a 95.
Yeah, her
never mind,
strength is like half her health.
Yeah.
Scarlet hand wraps.
Ah.
Interesting.
Ah, swap shop.
Aha!
Deal damage and switch positions with the target.
Teleport shenanigans. Astra Mentis.
It's just plus 10 to all stats.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. Looks like you're outvoted 3-2.
All of a sudden, one of the ambient pillows in the background gets eaten by Rosie. Oh, it's spreading!
Ah, if only. I've been hitting the button the whole time. Unfortunately, I'm not able to eat pillows over here.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunate. Faith. Shatter.
Huh, interesting.
Yep.
Random bullshit go.
I mean, if it works. Granted, we can't all be Moon Knight.
I was gonna say, we've chosen you, Moon Knight, to save us from the Dream Eater.
Yep, sure it does look like we have to deal with this distraction. Which we'll do next week, because it's about that time. Oh,
Yep.
God damn it.
Or not.
As I said, we'll do it next week, because it's about that time. Okay. But yeah, that's all Dream Tactics we'll have for you this week. Join us on Sunday for more SD Gundam G Generation Overworld, where we get into the World Core missions. Possibly finish them. They weren't that long. Join us on Monday for Shin Megami Tensei Demon Survivor something?
Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor.
Or Devil Survivor.
Technically Devil Survivor Overclocked.
Overclocked. Final Remix.
Nope, just Overclocked.
No. Overclocked RE Final Remix 358 over 2 days. Got it.
Kingdom Hearts, we're fine.
And join us back here on Thursday for more Dream Tactics as we raid the kingdom of Grandia.
Grandia.
Kingdom of Grandia, and get into stupid plots.
Another
Let's just go
game.
Stupid plots.
That game was on the PlayStation 1.
Till then, I'm Vincent.
I've been the Krampus.
I've been too.
I've been Hunter Grain.
And I'm Vincent. And remember, everyone, feed your rose plants.
Feed your rose plants and don't buy forged documents.
Or do.
Yeah, or do.
They got us in, right?
Exactly. Then we beat them up afterwards and took our money back.